1 month ago today, I was happy as a lark. But now I go for walks, to the movies, maybe to the park. I have a seat on the same old bench to watch the children play. You know, tomorrow's their future, but for me, it's just another day. They all gather around me. They seem to know my name. We laugh, tell jokes, but it still doesn't ease my pain. I know I can't hide from my memories, though day after day I've tried. I say she'll be back, but then today again I've lied. Oh, I see her face everywhere I go, in the street and even at the picture show. Have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? Oh, I hear her voice as the cold winds blow, in the sweet music on the radio. Have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? Why, oh why did she have to leave and go away? Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I've been used to having someone to lean on, and I'm lost. Baby, I'm lost. Have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? Seen her? Oh. Have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? Seen her? Oh. She left her kiss upon my lips, but left that break within my heart. Have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? Seen her? I see her hand reaching out to me. Only she can set me free. Have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? Seen her? Why, oh why did she have to leave and go away? Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I've been used to having someone to lean on, and I'm lost. Baby, I'm lost. As another day comes to an end, I'm looking for a letter or something, anything that she would send. With all the people I know, I'm still a lonely man. You know, it's funny, but I thought I had her in the palm of my hand. I truly did. Oh yeah. Have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? Have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? Seen her? Have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? Seen her? Have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? Seen her? Have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? Seen her?
Hello, everyone, and welcome.
Psych. Hi. Hi, everybody, and thank you for coming out to my stream. Hope you're all doing well. I must have tricked one of you just for a second. Like, holy shit, Holy shit! No, it's not him. Hi, everybody. So thank you for coming, and welcome to my stream. And let me switch over, and we'll get my friends in here. How about that? So I've made a special graphic for everybody. I kind of borrowed one from somebody else and made one of my own. And here we go. Hope you like it. And let me bring my friends in. We'll have a good time. How about that? Does that sound like a good time to everybody? All right. Oh, they've already made a call, apparently. I guess I'm joining their call. Fantastic. Oh, hi!
Yeah.
I literally
Hi,
have,
text.
Whoa, the
I
fuck.
have to miss
Whoa!
something.
Whoa.
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 Hi.
Whoa.
We're live.
Hi. Oh shit.
Oh, are we?
What?
What do you mean we're live?
We're live.
Oh, shit.
I didn't say nothing.
I fucked up.
How you doing, Mr. Magel?
I'm doing just fine, dude.
Why the hell did he
Doing
ever call you
fantastic.
Magel?
You thought it was
I have
funny.
no idea.
It
He
was
always had this
stupid.
thing where, I always had these. He always had these things where he just wanted to say things wrong, and just make them sound like
Oh god
idiot.
damn it! Hold on.
Twist it.
Twist
I,
what?
I ain't got twist the
Oh,
neck.
oh yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say.
you don't remember Twist the Dog, the neck?
Oh yeah, you don't remember that at all?
No, I don't
He used
want
to
to.
do that in calls. He used to do that in calls whenever you hear pets in the background.
That's terrible.
I don't like
I know.
Why would he ever think that's funny? It's disgusting.
'Cause he's not funny.
Yeah, that's true.
He really is.
What's up?
Why would you question? It's Shabby.
Oh look, it's Jay. How are you
Hi,
doing?
Jay.
Everything's going good.
Cool.
How are y'all?
All right.
Fantastic, actually.
Thank you all of you
Splendid.
for coming out. I appreciate it. We got.
Well,
York.
I'm stuck in the rain, so I have nothing better to do.
Okay. We've already
I-
we got 91 people already watching, which is actually rather impressive.
Oh!
Holy shit!
I just haven't talked to any of these people in a really long time, and I came on here just to say things to them in their face, into their ear holes.
Mhm.
Yo, Tex, I like your stream title.
Oh, thank you very much.
It's pretty good.
Now, since Tex is hosting the stream, before we get started with the festivities and stuff like that, I'd like to say something.
Sure.
Try to keep this balanced like a Jedi, since we're going to talk about the negatives and the positives.
Yeah.
And this is just strictly related to X. That's okay. It's nothing related to anyone outside of it. But this time last year, a lot of people, including myself, we gone on and on about all the bad shit that went on, and we said how we changed and blah blah blah. But unfortunately, when it comes to XSOK, including myself, I throw myself in there. I feel like we still have a long ways to go.
Okay.
And that goes with me, Renegade, of course, Moogle, AJ,
Mm.
even like Tyler. I feel like we haven't really learned our lessons that well, based on what I see on Twitter. Because and some of my personal conversations with some of these people, like I said, me, Renegade, and Moogle especially. Moogle was caught lying about some stuff to people that he didn't come clean with, and I think Renegade was kind of being like a douchebag on Twitter and kind of like attacking people for disagreeing him. So
Mm.
just a reminder that we all still have a long ways to go.
Mhm.
So
Just
to keep the positive and the negativity,
Well-
because Tex, he don't, this ain't a no circle jerk. So
no.
we still have a long ways to go, and I feel like Renegade, Moogle, and me, and every XSOK member, I feel like we got a whole bunch of insecurities that we still need to work on because they still come out. So
Right.
just saying, just some food for thought.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with
we all-
self-improvement,
we all
and we
got
still
rooms to
got
improve.
yes, Moogle.
Well, now
Yes,
that I'm
Moogle.
thoroughly depressed,
Just kidding. You just have to get the negative. out the
No,
way.
well, I do want to say, I did offer for Ren to come on, and he said that he wasn't able to make it, but I did offer it to him. So anyway,
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
Just some self-reflection.
Yeah. Something we can all learn from,
so
myself included.
all right. Well, out of the way, how's everybody doing?
Fantastic. Currently working with my head chef on a bunch of other projects we're doing and making money. Finished college, got my degree.
Got a
and
girlfriend.
Yeah, well, let's not talk about that.
What?
Anyway.
Okay.
Huh? No, I just don't. I'm not gonna talk about that. Like, that's a
Aw.
personal thing.
Well, then don't put it on Twitter.
Yeah.
You can't have it both ways, Moogle.
Come on, Moogle.
Okay, you got a point. But yeah, no, it's.
You
things
should
have
be
been good for me.
happy. Be happy
I am
about
happy.
that. Don't be.
Oh,
yeah.
I am very happy
All
about
right.
it. But yeah, things have been pretty good for me.
Yeah, cool.
So.
Anybody else want to go?
Well, you're just gonna-
It's not going to be
you're gonna-
like
you're gonna ask Moogle how's he's doing, and everybody else is just like, oh, well, what about you guys?
Well, no, I want
Talk for
everybody.
yourself.
Well, hey! At least I'm giving you a chance to talk. If I was Fred, it'd be like, hey, I'm gonna talk 95% of the time, and
Oh God.
I'm actually giving you guys a chance to talk.
I'm not even gonna lie. I had so much drive to actually talk when he was talking on like streams and shit, but I just didn't want to because I wanted to see how fucking long he would go just talking to himself.
Uh,
And it was uncomfortable how long he was able to go.
I bet.
Yeah. I'm not. I used to just like I always acted like, oh, I can't say shit. I'm a little weak ass bitch on streams. I am. But
I mean,
I could
he
talk.
started talking and doing a new podcast for like 6 or 7 hours. He argued with Shay for almost 6 or 7 hours.
Oh,
Well,
you
that's
mean
a given.
the shoot cast or whatever? Is that what you're talking about?
shoot cast.
No, like after the SOK ended, after episode 100, when he started doing 6 or 7 hours podcast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
You don't
Oh my
remember that
God.
shit? Well, the podcast, like, I remember the original, like, even, like, this towards the end of the 100, they started getting kind of long, but, like, the original set of them, maybe, like, 75 before, there was, like, a limit of, like, 4 hours, usually, right? Like, we wouldn't go over that.
I remember that.
After 100, since we weren't doing podcasts every week, I think he felt like, oh, we got to do a long one so we get all the information down.
See, that's the thing that I always told him. I was like, I mean, there comes a point where we gotta limit ourselves, right? And save like other info for like the next episode. He didn't want to do that. He just wanted to fucking, make them as long as possible. For whatever reason, it made it hard for everyone else, especially to sit in calls and like have to fucking listen to all that.
I remember telling him we should talk about other stuff, but he didn't want to listen.
Well, of course. All he cares about is the fucking one guy,
The
you know?
thing is that I remember the SOK did try to branch away from you-know-who. We
Yep.
tried to do, like, E3 videos. We tried to do videos of just us shooting the shit and playing games. They didn't catch on as much, so it only fueled him having a one-track mind.
And that's the worst part about it is because, like, I think the rest of us didn't want to continue to do the other shit because we thought it was fun. We thought it was entertaining, and it worked for us. And he only really cared about focus. Like, I remember one specific thing where something happened with Phil. I don't remember exactly what it was, but he was like, we got to do this podcast now. I was supposed to go drive up to my parents' house this weekend, but we got to do this podcast instead. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Set your priorities.
Well,
It was the machinima vlog.
Yeah.
He wanted that shit the minute it dropped. He didn't even want to watch it. He wanted to wait it for the podcast.
Hey, you know what? At least you didn't get ragged on for having a fucking sick parent, and to the point that that Fred and fucking Fizz wanted to kick me out of the group for it. Because I did
Fizz.
apparently did nothing for the podcast.
Can I ask a question just before we go any further? Did any of you guys like Fizz?
I thought
Not
it was
really.
alright.
Not really.
Like, I had like private conversations with him and we talked about like music and stuff that I thought were pretty entertaining. It was kind of enlightening. But like in calls he was kind of just like little Fred.
Little Fred. Little Fred.
He was kind of lame, you know? Like he didn't really say all that much and like the things he said were kind of boring.
Yeah. Well, that was...
Conversations we have like are genuine at times, but most of the time he's just annoying.
Yeah, he's not funny. I mean, like the times. I mean, well, he obviously had it in for me for a pretty long time, but even just reading his tweets, they were just so boring. And I mean, he was a big Rick and Morty fan, so I think that kind of speaks for itself. But yeah, I just thought it was funny that Fred leaves and then 2 days later he goes with him.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that for like the longest time he actually made a video about me indirectly, and only right before he left was it brought to my attention, and I watched it. I'm like, wow, this guy really is just petty.
Who else disappeared too? If I recall, there was
Fazzy did.
Fazzy
did.
Fazzy disappeared.
He didn't disappear.
He's still on.
No,
We see him on Blizzard and shit all the time.
Okay, can I explain the Fazzy shit real quick?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Completely random.
This is good.
The shit with him was, after all this shit happened and everything went down, we basically had a talk we made like a Discord chat that was just random, and it had people who, at the end of everything that happened, stayed, and he was one of them because we didn't know what happened yet. And I don't know if, I'm pretty sure this got brought up, but Fazzy had a part in doing the thing with finding Alice's obituary and all that shit, and he directly helped him do that, which I think is about as low as you can go. So he didn't disappear, he was dismissed, and I thank God for that.
I actually think.
Go ahead and finish. Go ahead and
I
finish.
was gonna say no. I was gonna say I actually think I still have him on PSN, and I forgot about him.
Loop, I barely even recognized your voice, man. You got like really low within the last year. It's like you can sing like baritone now and shit.
Yeah, I can hit those low bars.
Ooh.
No, it's probably no, I feel like I heard what Chase said at the very beginning of this. I catched on. I had to take a little bit of a break before I came on here because I needed to set up my microphone and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree 100% with what Chase said.
Okay.
Specifically in terms of the fact that this stuff has gone on from a year, but the thing has become talking about the other guy, the guy we always talked about, and now it's just become Fred. But we all know, and Shay brought it up, that everybody here had some kind of involvement with something, and of course not to the degree of him, because he was the person who led us on to all that. But I hear stuff about how did we feel about Fizz? Well, we felt good enough about Fizz for where there was no negative interaction with him before the stuff happened. So I think that is a good point, Chin. I'm glad you brought it up because it levels it everything out.
It's all fun and games. Like, yeah, it's okay. We're a bunch of social rejects. We are a bunch of social rejects. I mean, if anything proves that, I think me trying to do a high school play in what was it, West Side Story, proves that, because I can't act for shit. I actually fell off the stage and started cussing.
Did you really?
New York,
Damn.
doing it for a newspaper, but yeah. Back to what I said. We still have a lot to learn, and that's why I came on here, and I appreciate Tex because he lets people say what they want, free speech, and it has to be balanced. Because a lot of us, Mogul, me, Renegade, AJ, and so on, so we still act like the same people we were in SOK. I still see it on Twitter and personal interactions, and we have a lot of insecurities that we still need to work on. So I'm just here to balance stuff out and never bring up that High School Musical again, because I'm never doing that shit. It's not like the Disney movies, trust me.
Well,
You don't get the
we
girl in the
appreciate
end.
it, Che. So, not the school thing, not the school thing.
I would like to see that. Was it taped when you fell off the stage?
I believe so, and it's never coming out.
You son of a bitch.
You didn't get hurt, did you?
No. I just started cussing out loud. And when you have a microphone under your chin, it just it's not good when people from the New York there was like some New York culture paper were writing. They gave that show 2 out of 5 stars, so I appreciate that.
Why was there a New York
Shows up
culture
in the
paper?
newspaper. Dude.
Why was there a New York culture paper in a fucking high school production of West Side Story?
Because they love West Side Story and they love Latinos.
Man cusses on stage.
Were you
There
a
you go.
jet or a shark?
Whichever one was the Puerto Ricans, I forgot. I believe it was the Sharks.
Oh, I see what you were trying to do, text. Motherfucker. With the fucking dancing sharks and shit. Good times.
Yeah. So yes, it's been an interesting time. It doesn't feel like a year, to be honest with you. It's
It really
Yeah, it
didn't.
feels pretty recent.
yeah. And it's a lot has changed, but a lot is the same. Wait.
Yeah.
Be awesome one. Are you actually here, or he's putting things in the chat? But
Oh, he's
Yeah,
here.
yes, I'm here.
He's alive.
there you are. How you doing,
Yep.
Be awesome one?
Ugh.
Yeah, doing alright. Fuck off, Pascal.
Fuck, you fuck off. You son of a bitch. I'll fight you.
Go on, square up, fuck
Meet me
boy.
in the pit, you
I
son
think-
of a bitch.
I think we can stand by the statement that Che made that nothing has really changed at all.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Be awesome one is still posting penis pics on Twitter. So.
Exactly.
Why are you doing that?
Because why not?
I don't want to see it. It's
Oh,
like
Be
these
awesome one.
line drawings and penises. It's
Be
one or
awesome
the
one,
other.
Now that you're
Just
here,
just do what I did. Just mute him.
Be awesome one. Now that you're here, you Hungarian fuck.
I'm Polish.
I forgot. You still have to apologize, and you could do it through me. You still have to apologize to Sam because you made fun of her for being transgender with the whole dick pic.
Wait, what?
Will I get an apology for it? I'm sorry. You kept on ducking me when you.
Well, yeah,
You know, when I'm
I
talking to you.
seriously don't know what's going on right now.
No, I just wanted to let you know. But hey, listen, I'm here to balance stuff out. We're joking, but you know, we still have to admit our mistakes. So you can apologize to me in private through that, because that's kind of like.
Okay, I seriously don't know what's going on right now. So,
Did you not hear what he said, dude?
not
Oh,
really,
he
because
just playing it off. But anyway,
I seriously don't know what's going on. Okay, no, look,
Would you
I'm
shut
not,
up
look,
before
I'm,
you
look, I
do
seriously
the
not fucking around. I seriously don't know
I
what's
will
going
go
on right now.
Yugoslavia all over your country if you don't shut up. I will split you. So
Yeah.
who do you want to play? Do you want to be Serbia or you want to be fucking Botswana or whatever the fuck that other
Bosnia?
fucking
What?
European country?
Herzegovina?
Bosnia. What was the other one? What was
It was-
fucking GTA shit? Albania. You want to be Albania or you want to be fucking Serbia? Either way,
What's
you
the
get
difference?
because we're the U.S. So I'll talk to you in private about it, buddy. Anyway,
Can you feel the love tonight?
Hey, tough love is still love, my man.
Yeah.
yep.
We
I bring
fight
it out.
because we care.
I
Yeah.
bring balance to the force. I'm like Obi-Wan. I actually thought.
That was Anakin, not Obi-Wan.
That was Anakin. You see, I haven't watched the prequels in almost 15 fucking years, and I
That's
was
funny.
so young when I watched the third episode. I actually fell asleep and someone threw a goddamn skittle at my head. I'm still looking for
Someone
that
threw a
guy.
skittle at your head?
Yes, I was like, let's see, when did the
Were you
episode
snoring?
come out?
It was 2005.
Okay, so I was like 10, 11 years old, and I fell asleep because we watched the late night one. This motherfucker threw a goddamn giant skittle at my head. It was huge. And
I didn't
remember
know they
my
made
dad
Skittles
was
that
My
big.
dad hopped over the seats looking for the guy. I think we're still trying to find him. I think we put an ad in the newspaper the other week.
Still searching the movie theater for the
Hey,
Skittle.
Carl's in the chat. Says, we would love to be involved in the stream, but I have family visiting.
Miss you, man.
Aw.
Oh
Miss
yeah,
you.
dude, take care of your daughter, man. I hope she's doing well.
Yeah, she's getting
Fellow-
big, dude.
Yeah,
No.
that's crazy. I remember when the announcement, and I was like, "Fuck, man."
Yeah, that was nuts.
So
That
it
was
is
years
crazy.
ago.
It is crazy. Do you guys mind if I just make like a little tangent? Not about you guys, about what someone said in the chat.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
It's from Jake the Snake, and he was mentioning something that I did on Twitter a few years ago. It was about 2 years ago, and he said something about how I doxed someone's mother, and of course that's a really big thing to be accused of. And the fact that I do want to say that I went to the person around the time this happened last year. I talked to him. His name was Assassin something. I remember getting into an argument with him on Twitter. I remember bringing it up in the Skype chat privately with us, not him, obviously. So I talked about that, and Fred said, "Hey, I know this kid. His name is whatever. Here's a picture of him." And what did I do? I was the idiot who posted it on Twitter, and that was extremely wrong of me.
Mm.
I went to him in person, not in person. I talked to him directly on Twitter, and I told him how fucked up that was, and that I did do that to him, and I acknowledged it. And he apologized to me, but I just want to make that absolutely clear. I don't know if I've ever talked about that in voice before, but I want to make sure that I talked. I don't know what his name is, dude. It's been a long time, and this is not the focus of what I'm doing right now with my life. So I'm just letting you know that that was squashed with him personally. So you can, I get you bring it up in the chat. I'm glad we got this addressed, but that has been already addressed with him personally.
Cool. Thanks. Do want to say, Scormhammer, $20. Holy shit! What the fuck? I came for Freddy Boy. Where's Fred? Where's my best friend, the Doctor of Fizz? I hate this. Where is the 7-hour Autism Fest podcast? Is this where to come to with our buddy DS Re? I love my God King DSP. This SoCast gets a 3 out of 5. Sad. Well, thank you very, very much for that, Scorm. I appreciate it. Yeah. Well, I don't think this is gonna go 6 hours. I don't have that in me.
I mean, Tex, you gotta understand, man. When you have like a whole bunch of fucking XSOK social rejects right here, that's gonna happen. You're gonna get attracted to a lot of stuff like that, which, hey, it's all deserved. And you know what? It's a kick in the ass that we still need to learn.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just the way it is.
Our punishment is 6-hour-long podcasts.
Especially Pascal, he's the biggest fucking social.
Yeah, fuck Pascal, right? That little piece of shit.
At least he's self-aware.
I mean, I used to be pretty outgoing. Then I joined that group. Now I look like fucking Gabe Newell in my mother's basement. I'm so fucking embarrassed being associated with that shit. You guys,
but it's
except
but
you know,
XSOK.
So if you're not SOK, you're cool. But XSOK, you motherfuckers ruined my life.
You're welcome.
Just to answer somebody in the chat, someone said everyone who's in the call who's talking. So we have in alphabetical order, we have Be Awesome One, we have Che, we have Kyle, who you would know as Loophole. We have Moogle, we have Pascal, Rad, and Superior Artist, Torres.
Who are you?
Who am I? I'm just some guy. There's this one guy on Twitter who thinks that I've been in the SOK and I'm SOK, and I'm like, dude, I never was. And I mean, like, you guys can verify I never was in the fucking group. No.
You were in a Skype chat early, like mid 2014. You were in the Skype chat. You weren't a part of any of the
never in the group
or whatever, but you were in the Skype chat. So that's where any distinction can come from.
Right.
Like I talked to you in that Skype call several times.
Yeah.
But you were never like actively a member.
No. And I even made a point to tell Fred, I'm not in the group. And he actually at one point told me, well, I always considered you to be in the group. I'm like, I was not in the fucking group. It was an independent operative, shall we say. But I always loved hanging with you guys. I mean, couldn't always hang out for 21-hour calls, mind you, but
you just don't have the drive, the willpower to do so.
Just to back up Tech's point, I remember the original subgroup that we had for other people that weren't in the main group. That was started because of Tex, because he didn't want to be a part of it. So that's why that was the thing.
Oh god, that's so stupid. I don't know why we did that. I don't even know why we did all those fucking subgroups.
Well, there was eventually that didn't even, like, y'all fucked off to play Overwatch, and I was like, okay, see you later.
Yeah, there were a lot of different subgroups and other groups. Usually if we created a new subgroup, it was because we didn't want to kick someone out of fear of drama or whatever, but we would start a whole other subgroup and just add a bunch of the other people in, just to get rid of the other person, basically, but nothing.
Someone brought up the Mario Party thing.
So, okay, I've heard something about this. Go ahead and tell it, Moogle.
Okay, I know Che and Loophole were in there, and they can vouch for me on this. So, what happened was, we had a game, what stage it was? It was on the Amazon stage, or something like that.
It was like on the last turn.
Yeah, it was on the Donkey Kong stage. I remember that. So what ended up happening was, there's this gimmick in Mario Party 2 where you curse people. And it reduces the number of spaces you can go. So what ended up happening was, the last turn, because Fred actually earlier in the game fucked me over out of a star. So I figured, you know what? I'm just gonna be quiet and be a sly little bastard and fuck him over at the very last turn. And so I used that opportunity to do exactly that. And I knew exactly what was gonna happen. He was gonna get fucking pissed, and he wouldn't talk to me for like a fucking at most 2 to 3 weeks.
Wow.
That's how pissed off he got at it. He even in the video, he was insulting me, and it was just fucking hilarious.
No doubt.
There is no salt like Mario Party salt.
No
Yeah.
doubt, and that's just the culture of SOK because, you know, even though Fred got really, you know, pissed off at Mario Party, we were all, and we still, you know, SOK, we still do that. Like Moogle would get like insecure at every damn criticism he got on Twitter and tried to get us to go after people for him. And I do the same thing, especially with gay jokes, because I'm very insecure about my sexuality. So I fucking like go after people for calling me gay. I still do it, and Moogle still does it on Twitter. So, you know, 1 year on, we're still trying to get better, but we still display the same
I'm
stupid shit
trying
that
to not do that at all.
yeah, it's
but
been on. I've seen it on Twitter, but it's alright.
Yeah, it's cool. I know exactly what you mean.
But yeah, those Mario Party streams are fucking hilarious.
Oh, they were.
Two things I need to clear up. Well, one thing, I actually have. I don't think I ever played Fred in a video game. So that wasn't me. That was Moogle that was talking about that. Also, from Scorm, $2. Thank you very, very much for that. Everybody knows, Che especially knows, that the SOK will rise again, like the Deep South. Text is SOK, don't trust him. He's actually a DOK, a daughter of Kojima. He is Tevin's plant. Tevin waters him like a bonsai tree. Also, those little scissors. Okay.
Oh, no.
Scorm. Scorm's a character. Thank you very much, Scorm. It was very nice of you.
Well, shit, you've been growing. Well, I guess.
Yeah, I was
growing for like 3 years right now.
Yeah, when did that shit with the plant where Tevin was my plant? When did that shit ever start?
It was when Tevin started getting popular.
Oh, it happened so long ago. It's a fucking tree right now. That's what that plant
Like
is.
whenever I first heard about Tevin, like that was when I heard about it.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever that happened, which was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was
that's so crazy.
Yeah, so it was from the start, right? Like, it didn't grow into. It was an immediate conspiracy, right?
Everything's out to get us.
Didn't Fred trash talk Moogle for losing Phil and Tekken? My memory is yeah.
He does that with everyone.
Okay.
To be fair, we all did that because it's Tekken.
Yeah.
Well, he did that with everyone though. Like, he even did that with people he was playing against. He would talk mad shit.
Yeah.
It was actually kind of obnoxious, but I mean, that's just who he is, right?
I got $1 from Just Gamer John. Thank you very much for that. I hear this is the happening place for shit talking those SOK dudes who want to talk shit on my hero Soyboy Phil. Bow down to the almighty Tut Cuck. Text is a cuck, and Che, you are still a funny mofo.
Thank you, listen.
Thank you for the insult, and Che gets the compliment.
I mean, I don't know about the cuck stuff in regards to like just SOK. Really, you're right, man. We're all fucking still retarded. I mean, you still see fucking SOK members on Twitter. They're still fucking spurging out whenever someone criticizes them and shit. I mean, Renegade does that fucking 3 times a fucking day. I still do it. Moogle still does it. But every right, brother. I appreciate the jokes. I try to be funny. See, the thing is, hold on. I'll be right back. They're just raccoon. He's always tries to go into my garbage and it's storming. So
hey, leave the raccoons alone.
I'm just hungry, okay? Please, just let me be.
And he's mean mugging me, so I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Give him a whole turkey.
He ain't gonna go through my Propel bottles because that shit was all over the floor last week. So I'll be right back. I gotta go get Rocket Raccoon. Give me 2 minutes.
Joro says to all the SOK members, it's okay to fuck up. I really want to stress that more than anything else from the whole situation. It really felt like a bad atmosphere to be a part of.
I mean, Che is right though. I mean, like, you know, some of us, including myself, because there are times where, you know, I've had people criticize me and stuff, and I have a tendency to go overboard, and I admit. But I've been working on that. Like, usually if someone does have valid criticism of what I do, I just say, yeah, it's, you know, I take it to heart and just learn to get better from that.
Yeah, you got to learn to laugh at yourself, and I mean, I'm sure.
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
I'm sure I'm not 100% on this, but I do try whenever possible. I mean, like like when I started streaming, it's like I gotta be absolutely, honest with everybody. I am terrible at video games, and I have a feeling that people are watching me, just to listen to me, not watch me be bad at video. Or maybe they do. Maybe they enjoy watching me be awful. I don't know, but I've realized I really need to laugh at myself a lot.
But we can all improve as people. Obviously, it's not it's not going to change in a day. It takes quite a long time for that to happen, to take effect. That's just how maturity works,
I feel as though I'm the exact opposite in this situation. I'm probably the least aggressive person, and that's probably one of my harsher flaws. Boy, did I let people step all over me when I was in that group.
Did you?
Especially Frederick.
To be fair, dude, you were in there for about a year. Most of us were in there
for about a hot minute.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everyone else in here has been there for 2 to 3 years, 2 years minimum. And that time alone, like, is enough to make you just like really just get.
To be fair, Red, I don't. I'm not saying this as like an insult, but I don't think you kind of sense it. But you're kind of like I don't participate in any of this stuff, but I actually kind of do. Just because you let something go, if you still see it, it still means that you were a part of it. Like, if I see like someone do something, if I'm in a group, and I just sat there and I said, okay, that's perfectly fine, even though it's really fucked up, I'm still responsible. So that's something you got to work on. When you see something bad, you just got to sit there and at least say, well, this is kind of fucked up, man. I'm either out or I'm going to protest against it, Passivity, being passive can be just as detrimental to you as being aggressive. And I'm the complete opposite. I'm an aggressive fuck. And it got me into so much shit.
Just don't be me.
But
I am probably the most passive aggressive. Yeah, I'm probably the most passive aggressive.
I mean, I see you on Twitter, man. It's like it gets ridiculous, but I'm the same way. You call me a homo, I fucking flip out.
Yeah. Che, you bring up a good point because you said that directly you guys are basically you and Rad are basically direct opposites in terms of attitude, but it still happened where you didn't realize what was going on. We all didn't. But you also didn't sit down to think about what was going on, and so a lot of stuff did get by that was not okay. So I just want to point that out, that it happened to everyone, and we're all different in terms of our origins before this and after this, but it still happened to everyone who's talking this call.
And yeah, I gotta agree with Dante because this is a roasting session of us too.
I don't mind.
That fucking love letter you wrote, man. It sounds like some fucking Shakespearean first year English college ed shit. I hope you never write a letter like that in my life. I almost died reading it. I'm sorry. And this is coming from the guy that types with ellipses. I type like a fucking Fred Flintstone using his first computer. I type like
a dad who doesn't know what the ellipses stands for.
I type like a fucking guy that was transported from 1700 to 2000 trying to learn on an old ass fucking Pentium processor.
That's actually Braille on the screen.
Okay, so here's what needs to be understood. I was as much a fan of the SOK as I was a member, so seeing this all collapse left me with so many like conflicted emotions, so many conflicted positions. I was in a very weird place because it was quite depressing to see all of this fall apart. I didn't know what to think most of the time.
Squirm through a couple of I don't want to call them super chats, but essentially that's what they are. Fuck you, just Gamer John. I am the true pay pig. Fuck you. This is now a cheer war. Only I can hold the top spot. You pay pig. You know what I want? I want to be the cash cow. If Tex needs a new PS4 and 4K TV, I will obviously be the biggest contributor for the bills. Tell Moogle not to lie. I saw him face off against Phil, in forget the fighting game, but I remember you faced him. We need to restart the SOK, but with wings. We could make all other cool distractor groups feel lame. We're all the coolest.
My
Please don't
whole life
restart
is a
SOK
lie.
because half the people in here would go back in there in a heartbeat.
Fuck
Please
you.
don't restart the SOK.
Hell no.
Hell no.
I'm not interested.
No, not you. I'm talking about XSOK. So that since you weren't a part of it,
I don't know if any of us would.
No, I
I think
definitely
like
would.
95%.
I feel like
of SOK members would
Fred's
do it.
absence has proven that without Fred, there is no SOK.
Yeah, but if a similar group were to pop up, I'd say like 90%.
Yeah, I don't deny we'd see a couple of familiar faces.
If
There's
a
no
solid
doubt.
group that was actively talking to each other would come back together out of us, sure. But we're
Yeah.
not. That's not the case. I think we actually kind of tried that. It didn't really work.
Wasn't
Good.
there like a fake SOK account that popped up not so long ago?
Yes, there was.
Was there?
Yes, there was.
Yeah.
There was one person who tried
Yeah.
to make like a Sons of Kojima video, like dictating his own purposes.
Yeah, and Kiwi
when was
Farms
this?
like doxed him in like 0.5 seconds after that came out.
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't remember this at all. When was this?
Early this year, I think.
It was some.
Yeah,
it
like
was
like
recently.
6 months ago, I want to say.
That's why. Just why?
And,
It's a brand name.
I just want to say something, and of course these are all Che opinions. These represent my own. I know AJ tweeted something out, and he mentioned that he was inactive after I left. You see, people like Tyler and AJ, they want to like feign like they don't do anything, but they were just as active as the rest of us, and they still hold on to same behaviors that they were doing when they were in SOK. That's why I'm against like a lot of people in here forming their own group
Yeah.
just to talk to each other. Because even just to talk to each other, most of us would go back to the bad habits because you see it on Twitter with our accounts. So I'm just being honest. We still have a long way to go to grow as people because we're still like messing up. So I'm against the idea of groups just to talk
Right.
to each other.
To be fair, Tyler was actually messaged me out of nowhere. Even to be honest, we don't follow each other anymore. I think he's got a problem with me because I tend to trade barbs with SJWs and shit. But and I even tried like he messaged me out of nowhere and basically said, "Hey, here, have this Spider-Man code and give it away tonight." I'm like, "All right, man, thank you. That's really nice of you."
Oh yeah, that's no doubt. I just want to like just everything I'm saying is just my opinions and they don't reflect anyone else. It's just he just does that a lot. I guess he's got a lot of spare money or he won the lottery or something, so he just likes to throw stuff at people, trying to get him to talk to people.
Che, actually, Scorm did another super chat. And he's like, excuse me. Also, has Che met Bill? I think he means Bill Permanel. There can only be one. The gay is like being a Highlander. They must face off to the death in ritual combat, dueling canes or fisticuffs. Let's not dwell on the shitty parts. The SOK brought a lot of people together, TBH.
Well, I mean, this is kind of an exaggeration, but Jim Jones brought a lot of people together, and we all saw what happened with that.
About 1,000 of them.
Yeah. Happy ending indeed.
In Guyana.
I mean, the thing is, just instead of like drinking Kool-Aid, it just brought a bunch of retarded people together, and we just acted more retarded. Thankfully, we're not a cult because we'd end up like Heaven's Gate.
But I mean, to be fair, you guys,
Whoa.
there are some.
But make no mistake, there was a lot of drinking of Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
I
And
have
here's
a
the one
question.
thing: I am that
go
one
on,
rainbow.
go on, Jay.
I am that one homo. I'm the one that summons rainbows when I walk by, and I am the gay. Okay. I'm like the dude from Fist of the North Star. I go, you I shall anybody. Rainbow power. There can only be one queer in here, and that's me, honey. Snapping them fingers. I can't even do that right. You go, girl.
SOK, more like SO gay, am I right? High five.
Yeah.
Did you just high five yourself?
No, what are you talking about?
Oh my god. Can I mail you a noose?
I fucking hope you do.
Mughal said you had a question, right?
What's the Falcon? I don't know what this is. And,
Oh, fuck!
Can the chat elaborate on this?
Oh!
The
That was
Millennium
the,
Falcon?
that
No,
was the whole,
something. They said something about the escort saga.
That was the
Yeah,
escort saga.
it's Phil related.
Oh, I was wondering what that was. I'm like, why are people bringing up the Falcon? What the hell is that? I was like, I never knew about any of that. No, I thought that whole thing was stupid. That's my honest opinion.
I never believed it.
I never believed it either. That was one of those times where I said, you know what? I don't care enough to invest any time into this because I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, I had a feeling that it was a catfish. A really bad one at that.
Well, you were right.
We are in the internet, and that shit happens from time to time.
I think the main failure of that, why it fell apart, is because for some reason they thought it'd be a great idea to fucking directly contact a bunch of autists who look way too deep into things. And that was the
they went on Kiwi Farms of all things. Of course that's going to fucking happen.
Rad.
The minute you make
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say the minute you make one fuck up on there, Kiwi Farms will be on your ass.
Shattered Regret said, Rad, do you remember the thing with Fred and Eden, by the way?
Eden.
Oh,
Eden.
good lord.
Oh, by the way, hi there, Shattered Regret. What's up?
All right, to be
It's
fair,
Cyber.
okay, I'm sorry. I just got to get this out the way. Yeah, that whole thing with eating was weird, but 90% of you mofos were literally like dripping at your mouths, thirsting after shotting, and I saw it personally. So let's be honest here. Eating and shotting, you guys were like fucking flies on fruit pies.
Che, I am wondering, do you have video one specifically you're talking about?
I know Leo King was.
I haven't heard that motherfucker.
I know Be Awesome was. I can tell Radred was. I can tell Pascal was. I can tell Moogle was.
Wait, what?
I just like
I
Girls in
don't know
Injection.
about
We're
that.
first and after shotting. I know what it's like. I play both sides of the fence, honey. I know what works.
That's weird because Shot always be saying people hate her for some reason. I never see that.
Yeah, if Shot was very self-conscious.
Well, she was in the perfect spot to be self-conscious. You guys were like fucking terrible.
We were not. No. Yeah.
And this is coming from the Thirst Master because I have like 15 porn tabs as I'm speaking right now.
He's watching it right now.
Yes, I am. I got it like
It's growing as he
gigabytes on my
speaks.
phone.
Whatever keeps you occupied.
Yeah.
So, okay, you know what? This is actually a really good time for me to ask this. So, Che, that whole thing that you did where it was like, didn't you have to like watch women exercising or some shit?
Buff men.
There's men exercising.
Or men exercising? Okay. So, was that... So, I assume that you were acting in your response to that, or was that genuine, or what?
It was like 20% real and 80% fake. I was just over-exaggerating so people could try to donate to the charity. Like, in reality, I think buff men are, like, unattractive, to be honest. Just not my type. But, you know, it wasn't the worst thing. It's just over-exaggerating.
What was that one thing you screamed out during that video? I forgot.
Dude, that was like years ago, dude. I was wearing a blue hoodie. That's how old it was.
Yeah, that was the
I don't
first
wear
year,
that shit
pretty
anymore.
sure.
There's a lot of bloods that, I mean, the reason why I don't wear that blue hoodie is like there's a lot of bloods that move into the neighborhood, so I fucking threw that thing away. You know what I mean?
Before they threw you away.
Seriously, like 5 of them moved in, and I threw that fucker in the trash. So you ain't gonna see me in that blue hoodie. But yeah, that was fucking like that was just over exaggerating. I mean, oh, and I had that terrible haircut with that roller coaster hairline. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, it's terrible. It's like a fucking mortician fucked up my hair. That's how bad it looked. I should have put my hoodie on. See, now that I've come out the closet, I'm more self-conscious about my hair and all that frosted tip bullshit. Yeah.
Frosted tips, you say? Ooh.
Don't even.
Are we talking about my boy?
Tex, I have a question. Are you getting these questions directly from the YouTube chat?
Yeah, some of them are via Streamlabs, but a lot of them are from the chat as well.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm just looking over the chat myself.
Yeah, go for it. If you guys have questions, feel free to throw them at us. It's
Yep.
fine.
Yeah.
Word.
This may be the last time you ever get a chance to do it. So.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
I just got one from Cyber Iceblood. Here is from Dosh for you, man. # Team Pascal. Okay.
What?
Thank you.
Wow.
There wasn't even a question.
All
That's
right.
a real good question.
Thank you,
I like that
Cyber
question.
Iceblood. I appreciate it.
Okay.
I love that question. Let's keep that going. More of those, yeah.
Yeah, Team Pascal. That's a good question. I question why that's even a thing.
Is it true that next year we'll have water slides and fireworks? Squirm. Yeah, actually, we don't really have a water slide in the budget, so we had to, do a slip and slide.
Which is honestly
we'll start up a charity for the water slide eventually.
Oh, I do.
Oh my fucking
the
god.
Charity water slide.
The water slide charity.
Yeah.
We'll get a little plaque right next to it. It's gonna be great.
I do have to
Sure.
mention something, and this is just me personally.
Yeah.
Mentioned the cat about Dragon Killer, and it is my own personal issues. Dragon Killer was in the SOK, and unfortunately, it seemed like he didn't learn his lesson because there was an issue with somebody that just criticized him and didn't talk to him when he tried responding to him because he was at work or something. So the dude tried finding the guy's docs or information, and he's trying to use it against him. So yeah, Dragon Killer's got some really mental problems that he needs to work on, and unfortunately, it seems like he left the SOK, but the SOK didn't leave him. So I'm kind of disappointed in that. It's just a shame because a year ago, everybody's prancing around about how they change and stuff, and it's like 80% same old, except without just a core group to function on. I almost choked on something. No jokes. Not that.
Not today.
I have one question, says Dante Lowell. If this shit never came out, SOK would still have been a thing and no one had a plan to expose this. Am I right?
Well, there are a lot of factors that played into that. Mainly is from outside people, right?
Mm-hmm.
People who weren't in the group at the same time. So if those people weren't there, I mean, it's a hypothetical. I don't know. But I personally, I don't know. I would assume so. I would assume it would.
Yeah.
I felt pretty sure that there was no stopping down, no slowing down on that train for those people who were very, who were still in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think it would have gone anywhere. Maybe eventually it would have slowed down to the point where inside it ended and nothing from the outside occurred. I don't think it would also, because the outside people have been checking on this stuff for a long time. So it happened naturally as far as people finding out about it and leaks and all that stuff. But just a basic answer, yeah, it probably would have still gone on.
I have a question.
Most definitely.
I have a question just because, I mean, Tevin has said this, and I'm just curious as well. Do you guys think that, the stuff with the Twitch emote of Phil's head that I made, do you think that was kind of like the inciting incident, the beginning of the end, shall we say?
Well, that was like Joro had like a really had a big reaction to that, right? And he was the one who created the thread and the one who prompted it. So I'd say maybe that was the spark. I don't know. I guess so. As far as I know, it was.
Fair enough.
Speaking of Joro, actually, he did ask earlier, and I admit I am guilty of doing that. But he says, "What do you guys think? Most of the SOK members leaving once the spotlight was taken off them seems like they just enjoyed the attention." So I like once the thread for Fred came out, and like all the stuff that came out for like the SBA logs and all that shit. I did go on there because like I knew that like people looked at me as someone out of that group, not because like I wanted attention, but like I knew that I knew that people would be interested in what I wanted, what I like to say on there, and it carried on for quite a short while, and maybe I should have stopped after that, but it was it did go on for a little bit, and once that like spotlight kind of wore off, that's where I kind of just went away. And I do admit I am very guilty of that, and that's I'm sure other people would be the same way too. But like,
Well,
yeah.
I kind of feel like you
So.
did like the attention because there was a pattern of that when the group was still around that other people would get into beef and you jump in just so people would talk about you, or when
Yeah.
something bad happened to you, you kind of rally the troops around you, and you kind of still do it on Twitter today. So I kind of felt like you did like the attention. And here's the thing, here's what I'm going to say. If the group didn't get exposed or have all that stuff for the beef with Tex and blow up the way it did, I'd still say like 99% of the people that didn't leave the group pre-leaks would still be in there. And here's the thing, that doesn't mean a thing because it all depends on your behaviors. I mean, look, Renegade left but like 3 months before me and he still acts like a fucking idiot, you know? I left in 2016 and I still have my fucking issues that I still haven't gotten control over 100%. So
Yeah.
it's,
And I'm the same way.
yeah,
So.
like the pattern of behavior is still there for a lot of us. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't like being in groups, and I think I proved that by leaving. But me being aggressive and me lashing out for no reason and being insecure about stuff, that part of Chase still there. But you live and you learn.
Yeah. There's still a lot left to prove and a lot left to go. It's
And we got to start
longer
doing
ahead.
it. No excuses. Just like,
No.
got to
I
get through that
don't.
boot camp like we're in fucking. What was that one movie with that damn drill sergeant?
Full
Metal
Metal.
Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
Che, I have a question for you, man.
What's hood?
I want to know, in what ways have there been any ways that you've seen personally that make you think people are changing for the better from people that you've seen, people who are ex SOK?
To be honest with you, like 5% change. And this is me coming from my personal. I'm talking about the people that I've personally been in contact with, like Moogle, Be Awesome on what he did a while ago, fucking what I seen from AJ and Renegade Operative. Not really. I mean, the only difference is there's no central core group that's like functioning as a unit. So it's like the damage is not
There's
as
no acting out, I guess.
yeah. I mean, like there's no like big group doing it, so there's not people cheerleading each other. Well, Renegade's group kind of cheerleads him to do some stuff, but I'm cool with half the people in there. But the thing is just like there's no central group to like attack as one, even though how retarded that sounds. But it's like it's not function. There's no like central thing that everyone can just do it together. So it seems like it's a bigger impact. It's just people doing it individually, so it goes under the radar more. But I'm not, at least with you, Loophole, you fucking disappeared and stuff, so I'll give you that. But we still got stuff to work on.
Oh yeah.
Loophole broke free of chains and just kind of left.
We all had. None of us broke free. Yeah, we still got those chains on us. It's just
More than others, but yeah, still.
Yeah, no doubt. It all comes down to insecurity because you act like that. We act like that because there's a lot of insecurities that we haven't addressed. And that's why I came on here, and I appreciate Tech's freedom of speech. I love joking with y'all. I love telling y'all about my experiences. But
It's
definitely,
cool, Jay. I appreciate
was
it.
not definitely, and I'm talking about excess. Okay, so without that balancing factor in there, it would have been like a gigantic circle jerk.
Well, no. I want it to be.
no
I was
doubt.
hoping that it would be more. Well, I was hoping for it to be lighthearted, but I completely
No
understand.
doubt.
I completely understand. If there's loose ends, shall we say?
Ooh.
I do have to admit something though, because Jake the Snake brought it up. I did talk with Ross and Boone before, and that convicted pedophile is Jetrex.
Yeah.
Who I didn't talk to as much. Boone and Ross, like, it was once in a blue moon I would talk with them, and this was just an act of kindness because they didn't seem like that bad of people, but boy, was I ever fucking wrong, and I realized what a big mistake I made talking with those guys. But holy shit, man. I'm kind of glad I don't talk with those guys anymore because they
And
haven't really changed
And
that
not
much.
only did you do it, like there was like this thing that J Ross was spamming me. There was a leaked call that you and Fred did with like J Ross, King of Pole, and like 15 other fucking people from that group. I think Jetworks was listening in on a call, and you guys mentioned this not even group, but this like these people I talked to. They call themselves the Degenerates. It's not a group. It's
Hmm.
just a Discord where we're all
Oh,
friends.
oh,
We
I know
talk,
exactly what you're
and
talking
you,
about.
and you mentioned us for no reason, and you lied to Doper about that recently. So I think you got to talk to him and patch it up
Oh, I
because
talked to him already
I
about
think you
it.
got to do it again. Because the
What?
thing is, you like mentioning us out of nowhere for some odd reason. It really
No,
got
we
those
we
people
we talked
spying on
about
us
all
for
of
no
that.
reason.
We talked about all of that.
I believe you have to talk to him again because I would believe Doper
I will
over you, to be
gladly talk to
honest.
him again.
All right, because what
Che-
that did was like that got people jumping on us for no reason when nobody was doing nothing to y'all, you know?
Yeah.
And you kind of like swam around it recently, so I'm kind of like disappointed in that. But
Mhm.
yeah, how could you talk to Boone? How could you be cool with Boone in 2017? What was your thought
I
process of that?
I have no idea. Like I said, it was an act of kindness because they like reached out to me and like they were doing this whole nice guy attitude. And this was when Fred was still around too. And it was my idea to go in there and resolve any issues that we had, and then yeah, it kind of went on from there, and it was just a dumb mistake on my part. And I
Go ahead.
honestly should have never done it. So
To full disclosure, I actually very briefly talked with Ross and Boone, and Boone and I were at odds for a very long time, so I'm glad that we were able to, mend fences. Ross, I don't know. I honestly don't care where I stand with him. I mean, he's doing himself, and that's fine, whatever. But yeah, I can understand. You know, I mean, I really, they can go forth and do whatever they like. It's just, as long as, no beef here.
yeah, but I will talk to Doper about all of this, and I will own up to any dumb shit that I've done and stuff.
Hey, Moogle, I have a
Because that's what I'm
question.
doing on the stream. So
Moogle,
what's up?
Is Jake the Snake the head of the Moogle fan club? Because he seems to really like you.
No, he's bringing up stuff for everyone. He talked about
Yeah,
he
he
brought something
is.
up with me, he brought something up with Cyber, he brought something up with.
Mm,
Yeah.
So
okay.
he's just pointing out stuff, and like at my where I'm at, I'm just like, yeah, dude, just anything we've ever done. I don't think we've ever talked about this, but I do want to bring up something that me
Good.
and Che did. Me, Che, and Fred did in 2014, maybe 2015. It was the thing with Puck. Do you remember that, Che?
Yeah.
Yeah, we I don't remember the circumstances behind it, but basically, me, Fred, and Che went into a call with Puck. It's on YouTube. You can find this video. SOK Puck something. And
Oh yeah, I
basically,
do remember
we
that.
were just we were fucking with him for no good reason. You know, basically, me, Che, and Fred all did different voices. Fred used a voice changer. It's obviously him. You can tell if you watch that video.
Mm.
And we just fucked with him. And again, for no good reason. Like, I'm not friends with the guy, obviously, but I think that was pretty shitty to do for what I did
Yeah.
and for what
Yeah, no
Jade and
doubt.
Fred did. Like, we're all equal in that situation.
Absolutely.
Just to
Um.
address something, hold on one sec. Just to address something Just in Time said, Boone has a history of backstabbing. You can't tell me you fell for the night sky stuff. Honestly, you know what? If it's an act, I just wanted to be, cool with the guy. I wish him no ill will. He's doing his
Yeah.
thing. I don't want there to be animosity. I mean, he doesn't have to associate with me. That's fine. So.
I actually want to ask Che something because Jake the Snake brought it up. So apparently, he says, "Hey Moogle, remember the time you sent the dude to spy on Discord server? Che Draguno and others were in. Can you clarify that for me? Because I don't
Oh
remember
yeah,
ever
no,
doing."
no doubt. He's right about that. It wasn't that stupid like call that J Ross leaked. You were like talking about how Shadow Raptor was going to you, telling you that quote unquote degenerate, which is a server that I'm in. It's all fun and games in that server. was kind of
Oh,
plotting against you also. How could you believe Shadow Raptor?
No, I had nothing to do with that. Shadow
No,
Raptor
Shadow
did that
Raptor.
willingly.
You mentioned us
I-
by name.
I-
You mentioned Shadow. Yes, you did.
I did mention him, but I never said anything about like talking to him and doing that.
Well, you mentioned him, and what does
Yeah,
that mean? That means
I
you
mentioned
talked to
him
the
because
guy.
that was around the time Poe was bringing it up to me, saying that Shadow Raptor was a spy
But you
and stuff.
mentioned him, and then you mentioned us. Paul didn't mention it. You did.
Yeah, I mentioned that because Poe was talking about that previously before that call even happened.
No.
Yeah.
We're gonna
I
play
do
this
remember
fucking
that.
game on stream. When
I'm
we're
not
trying to
playing
have
this game on
fun.
stream, dude. I never sent Shadow
You're
Raptor
the
out
reason
there.
why those guys were fucking like spying on us for fucking.
No,
and
that's
it's
I
water
never
under
did
the
that, dude.
bridge, but you don't own up to it, and you haven't owned up to it to Doper. And you
I
gotta understand where Doper's coming from, dude. They try to
I
find.
know, but I never did that with Shadow Raptor. Ask him yourself.
You mentioned him and you mentioned us. Like it's in that call. Like
I know that, but that's the thing that conversation.
game.
I'm not playing a game with you. I'm telling you the honest truth. I never had anything to do with Shadow Raptor spying on you guys.
Why are mom and dad fighting?
No, it's good to bring it up here, although it seems like we're not going to go anywhere with
Yeah.
this
That's
subject.
why I
Right
sent you a
now,
text
I think
because
we
you're-
should focus on just like
Yeah.
conversating. If there are things to bring up, there are things to bring up. But if we want to
Yeah,
resolve things,
and
we
to-
should do that off stream.
And to be
Yeah, I
honest,
mean,
sorry.
that's why I came on here, because this type of tomfoolery was gonna be on display 100%.
I don't mind you shutting that stuff down either, but like,
Oh yeah,
Oh,
have
it's
fun.
it's no problem. I just wanted to like clarify that. That's all.
This is a bit of a sensitive topic, but we don't have to, go too deep into it. To say, Dante Crisis, don't mean to piss anybody off. How come people didn't walk away in greater numbers after the Alice thing?
I just would appreciate if that just doesn't get talked about. I
Okay,
mean,
Yeah,
that's fine.
it is what it
Yeah,
is.
That's
I
fine.
really
Understood.
don't want to talk
All right.
about that.
All right, fair enough.
I do want to say though, Tex, that maybe it would be better to rebrand whatever this stream is called, because
Okay.
I think it's good that we're moving it away from, hey, let's talk about the guy that we already mentioned it, by the way, too, like earlier.
Sure.
I think it
Okay, I'm listening.
enough has been said about Fred.
Yeah.
Enough has been talked about him.
All
He
right.
can't speak for himself.
All right.
He's gone. So I'm just saying, like, maybe it should be just called an update, something. I don't know what you want to call it, but I just
All
think
right.
that I think that is
reunion
more
show.
important to talk about.
I did have two Fred-related stories, but I'm not going to bring them up. So I was like,
I've removed the Fred images from the.
Yeah, and maybe it would have been better to go into this knowing that, because obviously the discussion has changed, but
Yeah.
it is
Yeah.
important to recognize that that's not the thing to talk about, because it's just putting more evidence out there that it is good that we're talking about these things, getting these things
Yeah.
addressed for people to hear in
Mhm.
public,
Mhm.
and also, hey, we've kicked this horse. This horse is fucking gone to skeletons. The maggots are eating the skeletons, the corpse. So that's all well and good, but I think that there are more important things to talk about
That's
that
fine.
maybe haven't been addressed before.
Oh
Sure.
yeah.
Well, you're not going to please everybody, unfortunately.
no, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the idea. I think a lot of us, we all have our own. We still have our own beefs. We still have our own things we're working out.
No. I mean, well, I wouldn't say it's just not own beast, but I feel like we all still need to like improve as like humans.
Mhm.
And
Straight
that
up.
takes time. Like,
Well,
and
it's been
there
years
hasn't been really much of a
progress.
challenge or anything shown into our faces that would like warrant a reaction to show whether or not we've changed.
I don't. Well,
the
listen.
negative aspects.
I don't mean displaying it in front of people like an audience. Like it isn't. It's not a gladiator game. You don't do it in front of people. I'm just talking about what I see in every day-to-day life. Like 24/7. How you walk your beat every day. Like it's not a gladiator game because they ain't gonna be streams like this every fucking year, every 6 months. This shit's
I
dead.
hope not.
So it's just from what I've seen, what y'all personally I see the day to day. It's not to be. You don't change to be played out in front of an audience because nobody cares about us.
Just a couple of things. There's a whole bunch of people who subscribed. I'll get that. I'll read them all off at the end. I promise. But Scorm through $1 said Tex wanted to take down the SOK years ago when he almost got Ross the pedo into it. Tex is the destroyer of worlds. He's playing 70 chess. Standing for Dix. Oh, D standing for Dix. It's okay, man. We all know the truth. Do you guys ever miss Fred and Fizz? Wish they stuck around. No and no.
Not a chance.
No.
I
I
mean,
wish-
well, there's this George guy in the chat saying that like I'm calling people out, but I don't admit to much. That's actually bullshit because I'll send you a link to a video where I basically like showed like 15 minutes of just straight up chat logs of me being an idiot, and I'm the only one that fucking did that. Just the same old, like trying to fuck with people, trying to spy on people, trying to get people shut down for criticism.
Get
Just
information.
just especially early on, I was one of the most aggressive. That's
Yeah,
the
so it's not like Che versus everyone, right? It's that Che's
Yeah.
stepping up to be the Joe Budden of this podcast and
Mhm.
talk the real shit, So
Well, no, it's just I
respect that.
when I found out this was happening, I was kind of nervous that they were like gonna come in the tech stream and be like, well,
Well,
we're all good because Renegade kind of did that on Twitter and stuff. Like he would join in on the roasting. It's not roasting anyone, and Renegade doesn't really have any room to talk because he's been displaying a lot of dumb shit on Twitter, especially with the recent stuff. He's been kind of acting like a fucking idiot, to be honest, in my picture. But no, I've done a lot of stupid shit. Just you could say I'm like without the doxing and really fucked up shit. I'm like for like a half a year, I was like the number 2, not second in command, but I was like the second person in that group doing my own little thing and fucking with people really bad because I was just pissed off at the world. So I just fucked up with anyone. So yeah, I've done a lot of shit. And if you want to check that video out, George, just type in Che response to the Sons of Kojima leak, and you'll see 20 minutes of screen caps with me in them. No black cards or nothing.
I think another thing that's important to recognize is a lot of us did go in and like with the people we wronged and things we did wrong to other people. At least I did. I know a few of the other people here did too. We went to the people who we wronged directly and worked it out with them instead.
Most
Like,
people.
I had a big beef with Tex because I had a fucking stupid ass argument with him like a couple months prior. But then I DM'd him after the fact, right when everything was happening. I was like, hey, I fucked up.
I don't
said
even
some
remember what
shit.
that argument was about. Did it have to do
Yeah.
with the emote?
Yeah,
I think it might have, but like
it was.
it was, but like I realized how fucking stupid it was.
Yeah.
Well,
A
I'm
little
gonna
bit
have
after
to.
the fact.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to bring this up again because it's like I don't mind. I don't mind it. So George, if you want to be hard, be on hard as me as you want. But the thing is, with shot in the gift card, it's like a group of us. We got a gift card for her daughter, and she was sitting on it for like a month. And instead of like showing us that she bought something for her daughter because we just wanted to see proof, she would go on like Sons of Kojima streams and ignore people when we knew she was online. So I just kind of told her, I'm like, well, if you're going to do that, then what's the point of getting the gift card? Then she was going through personals at the time, so she kind of lashed out. But there was no people trying to kill themselves or whatever. I don't fucking know about that. At least I don't know. But yeah. I mean, this is what's gonna happen. I mean, because whenever XSOK or like put on to anything, a lot of bad memories are gonna come up, and it is what it is, like so. We're gonna
But
get
acknowledging
roasted
it is a
too.
good thing. Sorry.
We don't have to go too deep into this, but War Dog Leader basically is asking if any of you still keep up with what's been going on with Phil, or do you not give a shit?
No.
Fuck no. That shit's so fucking retarded and redundant. This is my whole stance on, and this is the one thing I say I've changed on, like internet drama and sticking to it every day. It's just there's no point in it. And making YouTube videos about it and tweeting about it. Me personally, and I'm friendly with people that do that, so it's not a knock on them. It's just my personal beliefs. It's just redundant. Like, I mean, if you go outside and you work and you have a job and shit, you have friends, you deal with drama on a daily basis. So why would you center your life, your free time around fucking drama shit? Like, there's more to life than that. And the thing is, with drama YouTubers especially, what happens is that for a hot moment, you might be the shit. You might be that guy that everyone goes to, but eventually, and it happened with the SOK, you're gonna be the one that gets the microscope on you. It happened to damn near every person that participates in drama and dives into it. Happened with SOK. It's gonna happen with people like Wings of Redemption. It's gonna happen with people like Mundane Matt. It's gonna happen with anything. If you stick your head into drama, you are gonna come out with shit on your face. And to me, it's a fucking waste of time. So no, I have not been keeping up with DSP. I've been trying to stay out of any fucking drama.
I have something I'd like to say on this matter in regards to him. Yes, I still exist in this conversation somehow.
Red! How
What?
dare you? How dare you talk? Get back into your cage.
I'm sorry, but it's really important.
Alright, fine.
So I kind of have to keep up with him. Just it's absolute osmosis.
No,
because
you don't. You
don't.
want
Let me
him
finish.
the joke.
Let me
come
finish.
on.
I know, but it's retarded. Come on.
We all are.
There's zero reason why you have to. That's ridiculous.
Let me finish. It's kind of been due to the company I keep, and these are friends outside of you guys, like actual people that I've been friends with because of my time with the SOK. They became fans of me, so I get given information like, oh, did you hear Phil did this? Did you hear about the situation with his money? He can't stop talking about it. It's like, no, it's without that, there's no particular conversations to be had other than just hobbies and whatnot.
I mean,
and there's another thing that I would like to address because I sort of see it all the time. People really need to stop hoping for the series finale of Dave. I see it all the time whenever he gets into a perilous, dire situation. People are rubbing their hands together thinking, this is it! This is the one thing that's gonna take him down! And they get their hopes up, they get all excited, the end is nigh, and then nothing.
The thing is, Rad, it's not about, I mean, you can have friends outside of the people in here. It's not that. I have friends outside of here. I have lots of friends, but the thing is, it's like if your only like major conversation with people is like, oh, this fucking, I'm not even gonna mention his name because it's not relevant, but this drama YouTuber is up to this again, like, does that mean you're like friends? Because if you're only like really talking to people when they talk about something drama related, it's kind of like some fucking like high school cheerleader shit where y'all are gossiping behind the bleachers before you go suck some footballer's dick or something.
It's the same thing as SOK. You're just not taking action against people online.
Like, if you don't want to talk about Phil, just tell them, like, I mean, shouldn't hobbies be enough to talk about? I mean, if a
and don't get
me
me wrong. Don't get me wrong. That's like a conversation for like 3 minutes, and then we get down to business. Be it like video games or a TV show you watch, but it's still in the conversation with me somehow. I would not call it obsession.
Well, I mean, but the thing goes back to it is if it's still 3 minutes, 3 minutes you still want to hear because, you know, if I'm talking with my friends and I bring up something that they don't want to hear, they'll just tell me like, can we not talk about that? And I'll just move on, you know, certain subjects. If you don't want to hear it, just tell them like, I don't feel like hearing about Phil. So if it's anything else, that's cool. But if it's about like some certain drama YouTuber, because that's the way I am. People try to come to me with drama videos. Did you see like this fucking guy's video on so and so? And I tell them like, I don't want to fucking see it because it's just a waste of fucking time and it just breeds bullshit.
Like that is one particular manner that I wanted to voice straight from the horse's mouth. I mean, if you're gonna enjoy the ride, enjoy the ride. Just don't anticipate the finish anytime soon, because guess what? It's not happening.
He's kind of like a Terminator in that regard.
He's a fucking cockroach.
I absolutely still fall up and pay attention to it sometimes. I don't go out of my way for the information because nothing fucking happens ever. So
I'll see it once in a blue moon, and I get a good kick out of it. But other than that, I don't.
It's
overly
not as
invest
frequent as it used to be,
I
which is why
seriously
I
thought
stopped
that,
holding general interest.
I seriously thought people would stop talking about Phil after the SOK died. Be
Nope.
honest.
That is not
in it.
happening.
No,
I don't think you understand
I've-
how
I've-
It's
I was
too,
gonna say, I've
it's
made
too
that-
much of a train wreck at this point.
I've made this point before, but like, SOK was not like a majority of that dude. Like, there's still a lot of people that don't like him, that are still going to talk about him, no matter what you do. Even if the group is gone, they're still going to talk about him.
Scorm
Have
just asked.
fun.
Yeah, Scorm just asked me, can you ask any of them if any of them ran into anyone else IRL who knew who Phil was? Did they regret it after, or was like, wow, lightning struck?
I got a story with that actually.
Oh boy.
Well, it's someone I already knew, but I met them personally, and they're one of my good friends now. Jeff the Hero. I know him personally. I've hung out at his place before.
Oh, cool.
And
Have
yeah.
you done the
Cool.
little the dancing game thing?
Oh, DDR? No, I don't think he lets anyone else except him.
Oh, it's
and his
just
cats.
he lets his cats do it.
No.
That's great.
No, but yeah. So I did we are like good friends now because we talk a lot and I've hung out with him quite a few times now.
Cool.
And obviously, he knows who he is. But I thought, hey, that stuff's over, but it's not. Jeff, I love you, man, but like anytime he talks about him, I really cringe because it's like, man, you're doing a whole lot. You work at this game company, you're doing amazing stuff. I've come to where you work to help you with your work in terms of play testing games and stuff. And to see so talk about it's like just kind of upsetting to me because I just think there's so much stuff you're doing right now and to still be festered in this stuff is just kind of it's like lame to me. But he's doing extremely well for himself. I'm just saying that. That's the only thing. Great guy, but that's someone I know personally, someone who I do keep in contact with, and someone who I obviously follow on Twitter and Facebook and all that stuff. And every time it pops up, I just try to just put it on my mind. I'm sorry.
No, that was my fault because my the storms was like
Oh, no, that's
fucking
all
with
good,
me.
dude.
Yeah, and then it just cut off. I just want to say something. I know Renegade is kind of like annoyed at me on Twitter because I dare criticize him. Renegade, I know you're listening, and I think it's kind of funny that like 10 minutes after I mention you, you're automatically on Twitter, which is kind of a Fred move. I know people are like feeding you shit and they got bitchy that I mentioned you. The thing is, I've criticized many people in here and I've criticized myself. So don't take it personal, sweetheart. There's not a microscope on you. But it's not that you have opinions on stuff that I disagree with. Uh, there's plenty of people that I disagree with. It's the fact of how you handle criticism. See, the thing is, you're on Twitter 24/7. Whenever someone criticizes you or leaves a comment that you don't agree with in your comment section, you screen cap it and you want to get your followers to jump on you with it. And when people have tried to make peace with you, when they've argued with you, you screen cap their DMs and you put it in a little folder and you put people disagreeing with you in folders and try to put them on display on some gift hub box. So it's how you handle criticism. It's not the fact that people disagree with you. Listen, and this is some advice. I have a YouTube channel. It's not very popular. It's bigger than yours. I get more traffic. That even though I'm an irrelevant fuck, we're both irrelevant fucks. I have people disagreeing with me and leaving comments about me in my comment section every day. I don't go on Twitter and screen cap them and be like, "Oh my god, did you see this guy that disagreed with me? Look at this fucking idiot. You see this guy? I'm gonna fucking roast him." It's just insecurity. You're a very insecure guy, coming from an insecure guy like myself. So if you're mad that I said something about you on Twitter that I disagreed with how you handle yourself, I disagree with the way a lot of people handle themselves. Don't take it personal, sweetheart.
Just so I can address this, since Jake the Snake is now throwing stuff from years ago towards me, I honestly I don't even fully remember the whole situation with Sam. I just remember Sam's had a serious problem with me and was really coming after me hard. So honestly, I don't even remember all of the details. I mean, we're talking what, 2-3 years ago? I mean, this is really old shit. I don't even know what the hell happened to Sam. Well, it's ancient history. So
I mean, Sam's doing well. I mean, she's got a really good job right now. She was able to afford like 5 fucking cars. She's balling a lot more than fucking me. She goes to the gun range every fucking week. She's in like a tech school. Yeah, I mean, the past 2 years she's been doing fucking great. And I know, and I'm not gonna sit here and say Sam was perfect, but I'm a friend of hers. She wasn't perfect because she lashed out at people for no fucking reason, and she was just borderline fucking unreasonable, especially with me sometimes. But not you, Tex. I'm not talking about the argument y'all have, but with the Be Awesome one and some things earlier, they kind of like did go really harsh on her. So yeah, but other than that, I talked to her like 2 months ago. She's doing great.
Scorm just asked me to ask you, can you can you ask how the hell does Che keep up on everyone?
I don't keep up on everyone. If you're talking about my criticism of people, it's because I talk to them and I have Twitter conversations with them. Like
I think
talk
he's
to
just
Mughal.
saying like how do you keep in contact and keep up to date with literally everybody?
What do you mean, literally everybody?
Like you just caught up and you know everything. You've been talking to all your friends.
Last time
You
me
haven't
and
lost
Che
contact
talked
with
was
anybody.
about video game music, and that's it.
What I'm saying, I think what he meant is that like you keep up to date with so many people from the past, and it's impressive to him. That's what he just said.
From the past.
Yeah, but that's
like-
Well,
See,
I mean,
that-
because
it's-
I'm in Discord groups with some of them. I follow them on Twitter, and there's been personal situations like in the past couple months where I've had like personal like you communicate with them one on one and in groups and stuff. I don't keep up to date with everything.
Well, if there's one thing I could say is I appreciate the honesty. I really do. Because
Dude,
I don't
and
know any.
I appreciate that. Listen, I appreciate the honesty with you too. Like, just I have a lot of shit I got to work on. I'm a very insecure motherfucker, and I lash out for no reason, and I get angry. I
No,
can
it's
admit that.
perfectly fine. And you know what? Like, if I was never told this, I wouldn't like be learning from this at all. And like I said, we all improve as people. There's still a long road ahead of me. Definitely got a lot of stuff on my plate. I'm sure you have a lot of stuff on your plate.
I mean, and
so
keep up with the pulse of a lot of people. I mean, here's the thing, because I have personal conversations with them, and it's based off what I've talked to them one on one and stuff. Yeah, that's how. Like it's called communicating with people. I mean, I know there's some people in there that are friendly with Renegade and are kind of angry about me criticizing them. You're just gonna have to get over it. Because here's the thing, and this is a problem that I have. Just like with me, if you're so quick to criticize other people and you could have a straight shooting and you could call out the bullshit, then when it happens to you, you don't have to agree with it, but you have to accept it. And you can't get bitchy about you can't get bitchy about the same thing that you do to other people happening to you. Like I get people that criticize me. I usually look at the comment section of my videos. You sound like a faggot. You are a faggot. Why do you type like a caveman? Why the editing in your videos look like something from Movie Maker 2005? Why do you look like you edit your videos on a fucking Intel Pentium processor with 256 kilobytes of RAM? Why do you talk like that? Why do you sound like you're dead inside?
I'm not safe from that either. I get told all the time that I have a nasally
Why do you
voice.
review old video games no one gives a fuck about? And why are you so bad at the video games you claim to love?
I wish people cared about me enough to criticize me.
I get criticized a lot.
I don't think anyone criticized me. I think the only time I got criticized was that one video I made about the fucking what was the name of the song? The Deadly Premonition song?
Oh, the whistle song?
Well, there are things that have been criticized about the group that applies to every single person who was a part of it. So
I mean,
that is
the only
true.
thing I take
Acknowledge
to heart is
that.
when you make fun of my forehead. I mean, come on, don't call me Jimmy Catron. That's not fair.
You could
How
fucking
could I having
my
a big head
reflection in
like
it.
that? How could I have a
you
big
could
head
paint a
like
whole
that?
goddamn Bob Ross painting on that fucking thing.
And the fucked up thing is, I have this much of a fucking big head, and I have an average IQ. I got screwed in the genetic lottery.
Getting all kinds of interesting comments in the chat. Damn Che with the machine gun words. Soulless Che. Che always sounds dead. What's wrong with Movie Maker 2005?
There's nothing wrong with that because
Well, editing
I'm sure
videos
everybody
with
used
that in
that way back then.
2018.
Hell, I
Can't
still
do
use
much
Movie
with
Maker.
it.
Jimmy Che
Dude,
Neutron.
Did Sony Vegas even like? Did Sony Vegas even fucking exist like way back when? Movie
What?
Maker was like the
Movie
only
Maker existed
prominent
for a
video
while.
editor.
What do you want?
Well,
What about Adobe
Vegas
Premiere?
has been around- I'm pretty sure
Sony Vegas.
Adobe
has been around since
Premiere?
the 90s.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm working on a laptop so fucked up that Adobe Premiere causes it to overheat if I keep it on for a while.
I'm just glad I'm building a new PC because
I am
this one that I
too.
have.
Here's the thing: the PC that I used before that, it was so fucked up that it overheated. This was like 2013. I used a laptop that was so terrible before I had this one that it overheated playing Warcraft 1. I
What?
swear to fucking God,
Jeez.
Wow.
we did in 20 minutes.
How old is your laptop?
The one that I have now is from 2014, but it's good. But the one I was using before was from like 2005.
Hmm. I'm gonna mute
Who
my
the
phone.
fuck
Yeah,
is getting
doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
goddamn Turn your goddamn sound off.
I
will strangle
I
you.
forgot to turn the sound off. I don't want to hear it.
The reason why
I
is
will
'cause,
twist the neck.
Do-do-do-do-do.
I will
You'll
twist
twist
the
my
phone.
phone's neck? Yeah, what?
you gotta-
It's the girlfriend, isn't it?
No.
Liar.
I mean, the thing is, the reason why I have a shitty laptop is because I don't have a lot of money. Is because I made a lot of bad choices. So, if you're young and you're listening, if whatever you get out of this podcast, stay in school, go into trade school, join the military, do something that will advance your life, and don't get kicked out like me.
And don't
Because
fall off
you're gonna
stage.
regret it later, and don't fall off stage. That's where it ruined it. I can point to my whole life.
I was gonna say I
That's
just
where it
got my
went bad.
degree, so I'm out of school now.
And do it early, and do it early so you can enjoy your life when you get older, instead of trying to do it when you're older and then you have all these responsibilities like bills, and thankfully no fucking kids, because I cannot stand that shit. Thank God all the times raw dog and I ain't got no kids. God really loves me.
Text. I have a question.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna keep up this stream, right? Like after the fact.
Probably. Why?
I think it should be available.
Okay.
Just
Then I can.
saying.
Yeah, no. I don't see why not.
Yeah.
What?
Wait, what is this? Pascal, gotta head
Yeah,
out.
I
if
gotta,
you
I gotta
say-
go. I
okay.
gotta go. I've got stuff going on that I'm running late for. I just wanted
That's
to hang
fine.
out for a bit because I haven't seen
Oh,
you guys.
yeah,
talk to
leave
you guys
in
in
the-
a while.
Oh, I'm cool with leave.
No, you know, Shay just said leave. Fuck you. I'm staying, asshole.
Leaf is cool. Like, look, this just goes to show you that, like, just because, like, I'm not like fucking other people and stuff. Like, just because people are cool to other people I don't like, it doesn't mean that. Like, I'm cool with Reapers, even though he's got an issue with me. I'm perfectly fine with him. I'm really cool with Leaf because that guy got me involved into a Gundam game that I imported, and I love it. And he gave me the timeline so I can go back to being a weeb, so I can sit in front of my laptop watching anime 24 hours a day. This is what I'm going to school for, folks.
All right, I'll see you guys. It was good talking to you.
Right, see you
Take
later.
care,
Same.
It's all
nerd.
good in the
If
hood.
anybody has questions for me, shoot them at me on Twitter. I won't respond. Thank you very much.
Just on-
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
I don't think I ever talked to Che on a personal matter either. No, that's weird.
Torres, I told you should be putting your art on Newgrounds, man. They love those fucking stuff. It's a good.
I'm
way-
still
it's a
working on
good
my
way.
video. I've been busy with commissions now. I'm doing that now.
Yeah, like if you can just compress it and put it on Newgrounds, because a lot of people still watch that stuff. And yeah, it's a Flash website, but you could see like thousands of views off of that shit. And since barely anyone goes at it on there anymore, there's like a few like 10,000 loyal followers. So they'll like your shit on there, and you never know, the person that works at Newgrounds got connections. So it happened like that with Alien Hamid. Dude made it on Newgrounds and Flash, and it turned into its own game backed by the people who made Newgrounds. So you never know.
Yeah.
I got
Dude,
a
Alien Hominid was great.
a couple of questions from the chat for Che. First of all, Secret Life DSP. How does Che feel that his own YouTube channel has more subs than the SOK YouTube channel? That speaks volumes.
Blessed. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's crazy.
it's I'm still irrelevant. I mean, I still talk about ancient relics, but if I can do it, anyone can do it. And here's the thing, there's a lot of creative people, and Secret Life at DSP, you are one of them. You got great
Aw.
editing skills. If you could just focus on that outside the fucking DSP stuff, I'm telling you, man, you would get hired in a fucking heartbeat. There's so many popular content creators waiting to hop on talent. You could be big.
Scorn wanted to know.
I second all the praise towards Secret Life. This is how you don't play for Tekken 7. That's one of the best This is how you don't play as I've ever seen. The sheer creativity and detail and the comedy of it, it's second to none.
Scorn wanted to know what's your favorite anime, Che?
Boku no Pico.
Whoever made that needs to be in jail. I don't give a damn about those Japanese laws. That's bullshit. I don't approve of that. But my favorite anime, oh my god, Yu Yu Hakusho.
That's a good choice.
Yu Yu Hakusho is the best.
If Fred returns, will he partake in the activity of collecting boulders with mundane men? Well, it's possible.
Oh god.
Here's one. During the start of the leaks, did you guys ever plan on doing an SOcast addressing the situation? What was it like during the time of the leaks in the SOK and GSOK? Well, that's I have no idea, so that's all on you guys.
Fred would have shut down any idea of addressing the leaks because it would have given the people that were leaking power
Isn't that
and
what
authority.
he did?
He refused to address it.
Yeah, he literally did that. Like, I remember in the Skype group, he kept saying that if he addressed the leaks, then it would make him look bad. He like literally said that.
I almost wanted to talk about it during our last Endure.
Yeah, he was very reluctant on.
Were people were bringing it up in the chat and getting banned, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I wasn't
That
there when that happened,
was a.
but
I can testify and confirm that was a direct Fred order. Anyone addressing the leaks, just knock him out of the chat.
I was taking a break from the group at the time, so I didn't see any of that. But I did hear about it from Rad and Loophole. So
I was going to say that there was no talk about addressing it. It was the exact opposite. There was no way in hell there was going to be an addressment of it.
Well, that worked.
Yeah.
It was very effective.
No, it wasn't. There was no. It wouldn't have.
Wait. You and someone should really consider exposing someone who is also acting up behind the scenes. I don't even know what you're talking about, man. I don't know what that means. So, what a January?
You know, Killing Joke. I gotta say something about Killing Joke.
Yeah, go ahead.
I love his fucking photoshops. They pop up on my. He's a funny motherfucker. I don't know what his profile pic is. It looks like a troll movie, but he's a funny guy and he's just very lighthearted, casual humor, and I love that stuff. So keep on with the photoshops, dude. Isn't the Killing Joke like a comic or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a comic book. Yeah, it's a Batman comic. You guys.
It was later made into an animated movie, but we don't talk about that.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Nope.
Although he has, doesn't he have sex with Barbara Gordon in that?
We don't talk about that.
And that's all we say on the subject.
You guys aware that Ross the Bathtub Boy is talking trash in that last SOK video? It's towards Fred, but still funny.
Oh, is he? Didn't that guy get kicked out of his grandparents?
Yeah, I think he's living in a home.
I mean, here's the thing, and Mortsune and Mortsune's a cool cat. I've hope you get well from that cold, brother. But the thing about Jay Ross is like, yeah, he's a cringy fuck and he's done a lot of stupid stuff. But when it comes to particular XSOK people, I mean, it's not. I mean, he can't really talk because it's throwing rocks in a glass house. But we're in that glass house with him, so it's like two retarded fucking entities together. If one of us starts talking shit on each other, please just sit there and say, well, you're both fucking retarded.
Yeah, it's basically retards just bickering each other at that point.
Che, I have a question.
I know.
I heard from someone that you're a warlock. Is that true?
Oh God, you mean the Catholic upbringing that means you could fucking
Or was it Fred that was the warlock? Yeah, it was Fred that was the warlock.
He said that his Catholic mother told him that mind readers were real. I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck this is. It's like
I know,
fucking
it was
Deus
weird.
Ex or something.
Joro, do you guys think that any SOK members got away with more than they should have? Anyone? Bueller?
Yeah, we all did.
You all did.
It should have been
Everyone
that
except Fred.
that shit should have been shut down the moment. Like 2015, that shit should have been shut. That type of behavior, but it's been shut down. Like, yeah, at the end of the day, Fred did the most. He did, but nobody put a gun to our heads, and we all should have been like the adults that we were. No matter if I was like fucking 19 at the time still, but anyone that was in that group from its inception, we were all like a part of something fucked up, and it should have got shut down. Because as an adult, when you start seeing something really fucked up and you start participating in it, you have to pull yourself out of it. Like if you keep going on for like 3 months, 6 months, doesn't matter how long it is, you still went on with it. So we wanted it. We wanted to act like that, and it just bred a whole bunch of stupid shit. Yeah.
What did Dragon Killer do? I don't know. That's anyone?
We had beef with somebody. With him is like there's someone that didn't like, had to dare criticize him, and unfortunately his information was fucking leaked previously, and Dragon Killer was kind of like throwing that in his face just because the dude like supposedly blocked him. I don't believe that, but even if he did, that's not a reason. Like, here's the thing, and it goes back to taking criticism. If you can deal with people kissing your ass and praising you, then you have to deal with people not liking you or flat out despising you in terms of like your content or what you post online, your online identity. You can't have it both ways. You can't be loved and not somewhat hated. You have to take the good with the bad. And some of us have problems learning that, like when you put yourself out there, you're going to get criticized, and sometimes people are very harsh about it. Doesn't mean you can't disagree with it or object to it, but you have to accept it. We don't live in fucking North Korea, you just can't shut that shit down.
Yeah, I know there's people out there that fucking can't stand me, and I gotta live with that. So, so yeah.
So I have this Spider-Man game.
Remember that?
I should probably give it away to somebody. What do you guys think?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
But
I don't
there's
know
no
how to do
puddles
it.
in it.
There's no what?
There's no puddles in it.
Yeah, it's puddles.
Is that DLC?
It's actually the deluxe edition, so it might have the puddles in it.
It might have them.
Don't keep the people waiting, brother.
So I don't know exactly how to do it. What do you guys suggest? Anyone? I had an idea. I have a quiz question that might be a little hard, but I think
you could always do like a raffle.
Can you raffle on YouTube?
I don't know exactly how
I
to do
could
it.
have sworn you could.
Probably. I don't
know for sure.
Yeah. Well, there is one quiz question that I thought of, and I think that this may be a good way to do it. And the first person in the chat who can answer it correctly, I think, is probably the best way to do this. I was originally thinking, hey, I'll throw it into the chat and see, who gets it first. But, oh, someone. Oh, that was a Scorm. Thank you for the $1. Give it to me, the best pay pick. All right. So here's the deal. So the first person who can answer correctly this question will get Spider-Man. Okay, so there is a Spider-Man game that directly referenced a very popular meme at the time. Tell me what the reference was, what the meme was, what the game was. Any of you guys know it?
Fuck.
Should probably say it again, bro.
So there is a Spider-Man game where a meme was referenced directly, and I want to know what the meme was and what the game was.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but I'm not going to answer it because I don't really care about the game. I want someone who
There's one in particular, and I'll be a little bit more specific. A villain made the reference.
I don't fucking know.
like I think, but
The
I
pizza
don't.
music? No, that's not what I was thinking of. That might be it. I don't know what that is, but
The pizza delivery shit from Spider-Man 2.
no,
Oh, man.
but that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, that song, man.
It's not Venom. No. I remember playing this game, and then when I got to this, I'm like, holy shit. Yanu got it. Excellent. Yanu got it. Yes. Mysterio in Spider-Man 2 said, "You have no chance to survive. Make your time."
Oh wow.
Yep. Yep.
Uh,
Yanu got it. So congratulations, Yanu. You are the proud owner of Spider-Man for PS4. Congrats, dude. I will send you that code when we're over with the show here. And hold on, I just got another thing from Scorm. Scorm, thank you very much for $2. Oh, I'm sorry, it was Killing Joke. I'm sorry. Scorm for the 2 great here for SOK guys doing well, especially Che, Jersey for life. Well, thank you very much, Killing Joke. So, how is Jersey treating you, Che?
Kind of mad that the Nets went to Brooklyn, so fuck you, Jay-Z.
Of course, they turned into the Nets, so
terrible.
All right, should we wrap it up, gentlemen? I mean, unless there's a couple of questions anyone wants to throw, or it's up to you.
I don't see anything in the chat.
Scorm, thank you for $2. Hey, get Joka in here and have Che love on him. Wow.
We're trying to keep this
PG.
Well, no, we're not trying to turn this into a Pornhub.
Aw.
Yes. With that being said,
you guys got any clue who Basher was when Ardnos got banned?
Oh.
that was someone in the SOK.
Yeah,
I
I've
don't
never
know
heard
who,
of
but
the
there
dude.
was somebody that's not just some random guy. It was just some plot,
Wait, Yanu, are you saying you don't have a PS4?
Uh-oh.
Are you saying you don't have a PS4, but Yanu?
Oh.
No, he says his little sister is getting one.
Okay, so... all right. Then, yeah, I'll give it to you then. Okay. I was going to say, because I've had that happen before where people will answer like, hey, I'll give away a game for Xbox One. I'm like, hey, this game is going to be for Xbox One. And then they'll answer it, and I'm like, hey, here's the Xbox One code. Like, oh, I don't have an Xbox One. It's like, what why did you answer? I don't get it. I don't have a PS4. My sister is threatening to get one. Okay, Yanu, well then... Alright, what should I do, guys?
Like, if they don't have the PS4,
Well, to be honest with you, I mean, like, I right after he answered, Scorm referenced it as well. So should I give it? I don't know. What should we do?
Yanu gets one mighty fine paperweight, I guess.
Yeah, digital paperweight.
All right. Well, let me ask you this, Yanu. Do you, since Scorm answered the same right after you did, do you want me to give it to Scorm? If you can think of a second question, feel free to give it away again. All right. Well, Yanu, do you like my solution or nah? Give it a charity water. Mighty fine. It's the people in Africa will be more than happy to get Spider-Man on PS4. Give him half the code. All right, that works. Yeah, I'll split it in half. I'll give you the first. I'll give you the first 5 numbers. Give it to Scorm. All right. That's okay. We'll give it to Scorm because Scorm answered right after you did. Okay, that works. Well, congratulations, Scorm. Best pay pig for the win. All right, that's fine. All right, gentlemen. In that case, yeah, we can wrap it up here. Unless, like I said, any last questions? Anything any of you want to say for yourselves? You a bunch of bums.
Well, if anyone's, if any XSOK members having issues with their insecurities, come to me and we can work on it together. I've found some good coping methods and hopefully we can get shit done.
is
Folks, it's a new 2019 gonna be a new year. We gonna be better people and we gonna learn. And yeah, I ain't got nothing funny to say because I'm
I was going to say something dark, but I don't know if I should say it.
I got
was gonna
Well, I
say-
think
funny to
it's
say.
my turn to say something then, because I would like to address Secret Life and what I really think about Fred and what
Go
he
ahead.
has done.
He's a failure.
Good times aside, all the complete sabotage and the self-destruction from within were mostly due to his chicanery, his paranoia. It's incredibly hard to overlook that. I would dare say I find it difficult to watch the old videos and laugh at the old memories because I just see Fred now. I don't see a friend anymore. I just see all the scumbag things he did for no real reason in the long in the long run. That's what I see when I look at him. That's what I feel at the moment.
All right.
And the Twit Longer apologies. My apology was the first time was not an apology. It was more of a profile because I was kind of an unknown at that point. I figured I'd had to get something out there so that people wouldn't assume I was just Fred's left hand or Fred's highest up kiss ass. Yes, I would absolutely change a lot of that. I would certainly take a lot of the Fred stuff out.
I got something I gotta say. Mortsune, and I can't pronounce your name because it's some weeb shit. I'm cool with you, brother. If you're listening to this, get the fucking bed, eat some chicken noodle soup, and drink some water. You got a cold. You shouldn't be listening to us retards. And for God's sakes, how do you pronounce your fucking name? Can you type it to me in private and spell it out? Because I'm an idiot. Because it's some weeb shit, and I don't know if it comes from China, Japan, South Korea, North Korea, fucking Bangladesh. How do you pronounce that fucking name? I don't want to pretend that it's Japanese because that might offend some people. But I don't give a fuck. I think it's Japanese. But which context of fucking Asia does it come from? I know you like anime. I'm assuming it's Japanese. So please tell me how to spell your fucking name and pronounce it. Because I said Mori, like that fucking show, the Mori show. I said Mari. I said mortician one time.
Maury?
Up. Yeah, I said Mari, like he's a fucking contestant on that show. So please tell me how to fucking say your name. Have a great day, everyone.
Yeah. Going back to the Twit Longer though, I know mine. I'm not gonna fucking brag because it's really nothing to brag about. But like, I was one of the first people to respond to the leaks, mostly because the conversation that came out, one of them in particular involved me and a few others. So I did post a Twit Longer, and I kind of wish I changed it up and never even accepted the apology he gave me. And I remember because he directly messaged me. He came into a call with me, started bawling his eyes out, which I don't believe for a second that was legitimate. Basically telling me that he was sorry about like all the shit, and he asked me to make the Twit Longer, and I willingly threw the idea towards him, like, yeah, I'm going to do it regardless because I want to say something on the matter, but I really wish I never bothered to apologize or accept his apology because that was fucking extremely shitty, and you know, I kind of wish people told me about that sooner instead of waiting like 2 years after the fact, but like it's whatever. It's over and done with. It's not that big of a deal now. So.
This is actually a good question. Will we ever know the true identity of Sammy Samosa?
Yeah, God knows where that fucker has been.
It's sure as fuck not Che, 100%.
Yeah,
it does kind of sound like him, to be honest.
God no.
A little bit.
That's actually an insult to Che, because Che's a lot smarter than Sammy Samosa.
Oh, no, well, that's not just because he sounds like him doesn't mean he's you know, as intelligent as Che.
I would assume I sound a lot sexier than Sammy Samosa, but no, it's not me. I don't know who it is, but hey, hope you're doing well, brother. You were right. Can't shit on you for that, buddy. But for the love of fucking God, take the sunglasses off and stop with the Elvis hair.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know the strangest thing about this entire debacle? Sammy was kind of right about some of it.
I hate to admit that, but
that's the scariest thing. I gotta say,
he was very spot on with what he said. Not gonna lie. Like,
all right. I think we'll just leave it with just one last question, then we'll call it. Let's see here. Where was it? I think it was here it is. How come you guys kept hanging out with Friend if you couldn't stand him? We'll leave that as the last question.
Basically, I just joined calls to talk to these guys. I don't really care about Fred.
That's a good answer.
Fred was just a member of the group. I was good friends with everyone else. Still am, as a matter of fact.
I still saw some good in him at the time, but like the more I saw it, the more like dumb shit he was doing, and more insufferable he became. Just, like, but you know, you can be friends with someone for so long, like, to realize how much of a dick they are.
Yeah. Can Che plug his YouTube channel?
Plug that damn YouTube channel, dude. Awesome reviews.
I kind of. Who said that?
Scormhammer did.
He's on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
I will DM to you it in private because I don't want to come off like I'm promoting something on a, kind of trying to bounce using the SOK to promote like my irrelevant channel. So I will DM it to you on Twitter.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, thank you, gentlemen, all for coming out. I very much appreciate it. It's been fun talking with you guys. Maybe we can do this again, not so much under, SOK things, just shooting the shit, as Sammy Samosta likes to say. But yeah, thank you very much for that. I have a bunch of people that I have to read. Thank you for subscribing. So I guess I'll just hang up with you guys and then we'll wrap it up. All right. So thank you again. We'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you for coming. I very much thank you also to Tyler Hansen for throwing us the Spider-Man game to give away. That was really nice of you.
Yeah. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah. No problem.
Alrighty.
All right. You guys have a good night. Take care of yourselves and be good.
Have a great
you as well.
All right, take care, everybody. See ya.
Peace.
All right, guys. So yeah, I gotta get out of here. So let me quickly run through everybody who subscribed and thank you, and then we'll get out of here. All right. So Theo does videos. Lassaman Nick with a dash. Shattered Regret, Star White, D Young, Big Red MC 716, Stoic, Rocky the Gamer, Chris Wright, Andre Bogadou. I hope I pronounced that okay. That's Carl, Angel K 311, thank you. Actually, Tina, Javi Puff 5150, Zombified Taco, thank you all very much for subscribing. I always want to say following because I'm used to being on Twitch, but that is everybody. Thank you very much for coming. I very much appreciate it. And I probably will be back tomorrow. There's a good chance I'll play Super Seducer just because I'm curious to see what that's like. And alright, so in that case, let me run my outro. Oh, and thank you for the the subscription, SonicsFan81, very nice of you. So yeah, let me get my end stuff, special thank yous, and I'll get out of here. So yeah, thank you everybody for coming. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the questions, even though some of them were a little tougher than others, but I hope we were able to answer them as candidly as possible. First Super Seducer, yeah, that's what I got. I got a code for it. Alright, I think that's everybody. I'll update this soon. That's everybody. Alrighty. Alright, so yeah, thank you. Seems the song is playing Twitch. All right. So yeah, thank you everybody for coming. I appreciate it. Have a good night. I should be back tomorrow. And take care of yourselves. I love you guys. You're why I keep doing what I do, and I very much appreciate it. And thank you for the subscription, JJFan48. All right. Take care of yourselves, and I know I'm being repetitive, so wear white at night. Walk facing traffic. Wear a condom, and eat your cereal with a fork. Be different. See ya.